How's it going, guys? Zack Lane here. Just wanted to show you guys a few exercises you can do to help improve your stride off the ice. Why do we do it? How do we do it? Are a few of the common questions that we get. So basically, hockey is a pretty powerful sport. It requires explosive movements. It's not really a slow-paced sport. So how we play is also how we train. So we want to train explosive and powerful movements. I'll go into a few details about how to do that, but before you work out, you want to do dynamic stretching. What dynamic stretching is basically taking the muscle through a full range of motion, and I'm going to go into a little more detail about that here shortly. So as I mentioned, there's a difference between dynamic stretching and static stretching. Dynamic stretching is stretching the muscle through a full range of motion. This is going to help increase blood flow, increase core temperature to the working muscles. Some examples of this are leg swings, walking lunges, hip circles, again, all designed to warm up the muscles that we're about to be working out. Now versus static stretching, which is what you see me doing here, and holding the muscle in a lengthened position. Ideally, static stretching is something that you're going to be doing after workout when your body needs to cool down and return to resting heart rate. Dynamic stretching, again, the movement stretching, I'll show you a few examples of that here. Alright, so first warm-up exercise here is a leg swing. Nothing too crazy about this exercise, just make sure that you do the same amount of reps on each leg. Front to back, side to side. Following this exercise is leg circles. Now, same type of exercise as the leg swings. Make sure you get the knee gets up in front, and complete range of motion out to the side. It's not a race, don't race through it, make sure you do every rep. Next one here is a walking lunge. Make sure your head and chest always stay up. Make sure you're looking forward. The front knee, make sure it doesn't come over the toes. Make sure you sit back to the back leg. Next exercise here, side to side lunge. Some key tips on this one. Make sure your head and chest are always up. The straight leg on this exercise, make sure the toe is pointed up towards the ceiling. And make sure you go back and forth to each side. Again, equal on each side. Next up is called a toy soldier. Make sure your hands are straight ahead of you the whole time, kicking across the body. Knee stays locked, toes pointed straight ahead. Next exercise, it's called a calf pop. It's like a moving jump rope. All the pressure stays on your toes. Make sure your heels don't hit the ground. First exercise up is called a skater jump. You want to keep your head and chest up as always. Lead leg comes behind the front leg. Squat down, almost like a single leg squat. When you drive forward, lead with the arms and make sure you land on both feet. Next exercise is a squat jump. Sit back, push your hips back, load up the hamstrings, fire the hands up, head and chest up as always. Next exercise is a lunge jump. We want to keep our head and chest up, make sure the front knee does not come over the front toe. Next exercise is a tuck jump. So we're going to load up the hamstrings similar to the squat jump, pushing our hips back. When we jump up in the air, we're pushing our knees outside of our elbows. First exercise up is a lateral walk. Make sure you stay up on your toes at all times. Knees, make sure they're out over your toes, and make sure you go in both directions. Next exercise is a squat. Seems simple, but here's a few key things to look forward to. Make sure your pressure stays on the balls of your feet. Make sure your toes stay on the ground and you're driving through your heels. Make sure your hips stay back and make sure your knees don't come in over your toes like a catcher. Keep the head and chest up, and I like to keep my hands in front of my body to make sure I'm in balance. Next exercise here is the bridge. Typically the hamstrings are one of the weaker muscles in your legs, so take this exercise serious. On this exercise, make sure you squeeze your butt and drive your hips towards the ceiling as high as you can. Next exercise is called a calf raise. Some ideal places to do the calf raises would be stairs, a small stool, somewhere to let your heels go below the surface that you're standing on. Resist the motion down, flex the calves, push up on your toes. Alright guys, now that we're just about all finished up, again, make sure you get a nice stretch in. Static stretch, hold the stretch for about 10 to 30 seconds. Both sides of your body, all muscles, even if you didn't work them, make sure you get a nice stretch in. Again, thanks for watching. Coach Zack here, Mount Prospect Inline Hockey. Game starts here, game starts now.